Describe your favorite animal.
I would like to talk about my favorite animal, which is cat. Although I don't currently own a cat, I'm a great admirer of them. Mainly due to my parents don't allow me to have it because they feel cat is not unsafe. But it's unsafe because cat can bring me many diseases. They also don't have enough money and time to take care of them if I are in school. I first fell in love with cat after watching a video of um, ragdoll. This is the kind of cat that I watch them and I feel I have a lot of patience for it. And because of the ragdoll cat is known for its long, dense hat, dense coat, and flat round face, it gives a distinct, almost legal appearance. And I also love their independent yet affectionate nature, very appealing. If I have to compare the top with the dog, I would rather choose the top because it is affectionate but independent, not dependent like a dog, and they are often described as gentle and high competition. Unlike dogs, which require constant attention, cats are more self-sufficient. They're master of solitude. And I particularly enjoy watching videos of them because now I'm not own a cat. But in the future, if I can, I will ask my parents to buy one.
Describe a gift you received recently.
The gift I have, mm, can you say again?
Describe a gift you received recently.
The gift I have recently been received is full handmade photo and good. I received it from my best friend. It was for my 15th, 15th birthday. Um, the gift is small, delicately crafted in wooden box with a vintage design. Inside there's a handwritten note that is and a small charm. And in the handwritten note it like happy birthday is just a short sentence but I feel a lot of meanings and warm, comforting feel. I think it was the most thoughtful present I had actually who is here and she remembered to keep the moment I entered I was completely overwhelmed with joy. It was shameless. Every, every time I see it is true
Describe a hobby you enjoy.
um, now I have a lot of hobbies but if I want to choose one I will choose listen to music. I always listen to music every day with my younger sister. are my friends in school. Listening to music helped me to relax, unwind, and relieve stress after terminal midterm exam or terminal exam. I have remembered that once I have failed the exam and I have a low, a low score, and my best friend just listened to music with me all the evening, and I feel this time actually is in the very peaceful, tranquil, like I am in my cloud. After that, I don't feel stressed or burned out because when I listen to relaxing music, it helps my mood and my feeling is come up. And you can listen to music. You can have try listening to music because it is very fun and enjoyable.
Describe a teacher who influenced you.
In my study, I have admired a lot of teachers. The one who is a lot is my English teacher in secondary school. She, her name, her name is Lau. She's just very young. She's just 24 years old. She took me 2 years. She took me 2 years, and she had a sunny smile that came on my day. In every her lessons, I feel very interesting and comfortable because her lesson only is not only just this theory or exercise. She also made me have an opportunity to work in groups or work in pairs to uh, discuss about any topic we love in English. And she also helped me in many grammar or vocabulary that is very hard for me. Once time I feel very sick, like my sister that I never had. She helped me to find my patient. She is follow the English, and she also helped me to know English is not just a subject; it is a language. So the score that you have is not show all of um, your skills and your knowledge. Um, it is in the school. She's an energetic person, but in her day, she's also like this, but more. She's always smile for her students to her students, and I have received her gift in my birthday. It is the first gift that I have received from my teachers, and in general, I love her so much.
Describe a piece of clothing you like wearing.
I'm not a patience person that like patience, but if I would have to choose, I would choose a dress. It is a dress now here is very fashionable and not outdated because dress you can wear with a pants or a jeans. Sometimes you can wear dress with a coat or jacket. So dress is a clothes that um, can be used with all of the things that can decorate appearance. Um, when I when I had my 15th birthday, I have a dress that is a gift of my parents gave me. It is a white dress, long and have a lot of bow. It is this is the most beautiful dress that I have received. Sometimes I feel it is so childhood, but now I feel this gift is also uh, symbols for my parents' loving. They want me to be a good, really optimistic, and not chip away with the fast pace of the life now.
Describe a sport you enjoy watching.
Um, Now I am have a lot of time to do exercise in school, but I also spend 30 minutes or 1 hour at the weekend to ride sports. And most interesting I find it is like badminton. I love to watch playing the people playing badminton through the televisions or the phone with my younger sister. We all love playing badminton. We often watch it once a week or once 2 weeks. I feel that the people that play badminton in the television is very strong. They can put uh, they can make compete their competition in the competition, and I also feel that playing watching is helped me to. It is also my hobby, so it's helped me to learn new skills. That is skills to play badminton better and better. Um, so that is why I love watching the television. Watching the badminton in the television. Sometimes I want to watch the interview of these spotters or the reviews of this competition. It's also very curiosity.
Describe a time you made a mistake.
I think the time I have made a mistake is a lot. But the most memorable I have remembered it is when make it in my terminal exam. It also in English is the subject that I feel very I'm good at it more than the other subject. Uh, I write this passage in my notes, I have forgotten that I must write it in the sheet. So in the past 5 minutes, I have remembered it and write it in the past day. Day. I feel my heartbeat is like there is a lot of, and my handwriting is also ugly. That's why my passage is have just um, a low score, and it's also about my careless, careless, and seeing that I feel I'm good at it and I don't want to be careful at this subject. It is most the most mistake that I have made, and I will remember this mistake, and in the future I want.
Describe a piece of good news you heard recently.
Can you say again?
Describe a piece of good news you heard recently.
I think it is when I have heard good news in my life. Here it is. I have received a gift from my favorite teachers. Yes, and I think with any more people, there just formal news in my fingertip. With me, the person I introverts have not any friends went out with this one in my birthday.
Describe a time you visited a new place.
It is in the last day I visit my hometown with my family. In this trip, I feel very nervous, and because it is the first time I use the bus to go in a long system, in a long road. Um, before the trips, we have to buy a lot of things. For example, like personal personal things like purses are medicine for any person who are not good in the process. We also uh, take clothes, anything that can help me or help me on a long trip. My younger sister and my younger brother is like no nervous. Mm, then there's like I'm very happy to go in this trip, and they also don't prepare anything. Then that makes me have more work to do. Anything that can
Ừ, Thảo Thảo đang học đấy, nó đang
like
học đấy hả?
honor any creative
Đâu, nó đang ngồi đang làm bài này, nó gọi được.
you
Ừ,
usually
rồi.
wear Đà Nẵng and small area. After that, I have proud of to my grandparents. And my name is
Rồi,
the dog of my grandparents.
cứ
Roar
đang học
and
nó học được đến 10 phút rồi.
scream. And this is the best trick for me.
Describe a song you like.
Can you say again?
Describe a song you like.
I would like to talk about the sound that I really hear. I like it is the sound of the rain. If the weather, if it's rain, I will feel the atmosphere here is tranquil and there's very little hustle and bustle, and it's make my emotion and feelings uh, more relaxing. And my family here, everybody always at home when it rains. It's make the atmosphere here is also cozy and warm. We can have many activities, indoor activities like watching sports or listening to music. And the sound of, moreover, the sound of rain and the music that I listen, it is always really acceptable by all of my family members. It makes them to be more not to be more stressed after their work, their study, and the sound of the rain is also help me to recharge my pain and unwind and focus on my academic tasks.
Describe a memorable meal you had.
The most memorable meal that I had is the dinner, the last dinner in last week. This is in typical Sunday. We um, need to prepare a lot of ingredients for the meal. I just think
Châu mở ra chép bài
my
que đu đây.
mother will cook a
Châu nghe gì không?
just just enough for all of the family members.
Châu bật mic lên đi. Bật mic lên. Con chép bài Weathers đi. Nhìn thấy bài chưa? Con đang viết cái gì đấy? Con đang làm câu trả lời Wedu à? Thế con viết nốt đi rồi trả lời để nói nhé. Viết xong rồi bảo bác nhé, không bác cũng chả biết lúc nào xong.
So I had my grandmother to cook me rice, just typical meal like meat, rice, vegetables, and there's also have more if it's insects and many fruits that I love. Then I had to introduce my niece for my mother, and she said, delicious, but I don't think they like it. And I don't think they feel like it. But when I have seen them, the visitors, the mystery visitor, and they are too much lovely cities. It is Hayang and Yalin. I always love to play with them because love playing with them because they are very funny, enjoyable, funny and optimistic. They don't when I was beside them, they don't focus on my studies, on my score, or on my skills. They just play anything like play video games, watch DVD with me, and I feel a deep sense of belonging whenever I'm with them. And in that dinner, I feel very happy to have dinner with my beloved ones and my family. And in this dinner, we have a lot of conversation. It is very meaningful for my life.
Describe a good habit you have. Describe a good habit you have.
Can you say again?
Describe a good habit you have.
Um, I'm my guy is typical, but the habit that I hold every year that I didn't or don't or want to change it is get up early. Get up early have many benefits. It helped me to really have enough time to do my personal hygiene, eat breakfast, and read read some sentences or learn by heart new vocabularies. It also helped to improve my mental and physical health. First, for my mental health, I feel very energetic when I get up early after I do many exercise. With my physical health, when I get up early, I can have enough time to do exercise and have some have to see a beautiful sunrise. It is good for my eyes, organ as well as my bones. And then it also helped me to have a good habit. Some people that say get up early is not comfortable. They feel very tired at getting early. But it is just the beginning of the time that you set up a good habit. If you are similar with them, you can feel very good. You can feel more energetic, energy to do your homework, your household chores, or can recharge your energy for all other days. That's why get up early is the habit that I hold for through all over the years.
Describe a person you enjoy spending time with.
In my day, in my day, um, I always love everybody. So the person who I spending most of the time in them, it is my best friend, whose name is Ngọc Anh. We have known each other since secondary school when I am at grade 6, and over the years our friendship has grown stronger. Even though we both have busy schedules, we always make time for each other. Every week we usually go swimming at the weekend together, which helps me not only stay healthy, but also environmentally. While swimming, we often have many funny conversations that make me forget all of my stress. Sometimes I visit her house to watch her play the guitar or we play badminton, though I have to admit I usually win. Besides that, we often go to the library next to my school to study or review what we have learned in class in the morning. Studying with her really motivates me because we can share ideas, discuss different topics, and push each other to do better. I love spending time with Anu because she is not only cheerful and supportive person, but also someone who always encouraged me to be the best version of myself. Whenever I'm with her, I feel relaxed and genuinely happy.
Describe a time you felt proud of yourself.
I don't feel proud of myself most all of the time, but the most time that make me very proud of myself is when I win the first prize in swimming. This is when I was uh, in the primary school when I was grade 5. I have tried to practice swimming a lot in the weekend with my neighbors or in the in Monday and Wednesday with my teacher. All people around me always said that I'm very excellent at swimming, but until it is not enough for me to win a prize. So I practice all day, but I have remembered that I also have talent swimming and my studies. So when after that, when it's in the September, um, that is when I have practiced for 4 months. I have to have a competition between the four school, for primary schools, that is my school, Tân Hiệp, Tân Vĩnh Hiệp, a primary school, and the others. I feel very nervous because the other competitors is very tall and they feel very professional in swimming. But my teacher said that don't worry, if you do the best, you will win this. And don't feel nervous now after that. I do it and I won the first prize. I'm proud of myself because my I have dedicated to swimming for 4 months, just 4 months. The other competitors, I have heard that they practice for 1 year or over. I'm very proud of me because I can do my best and believe in myself to have this, to get this goal.
Describe something interesting you learned recently.
Recently, I have learned about the video of President Obama that is 6 years ago who visited Vietnam, and I have learned a lot of new vocabulary in his presentation. He say Vietnam is a country that as same as well as America that have a lot of people who sacrifice and die in the war. And he also said that the Vietnamese is also friendly, and in the road of Vietnam there is also a lot of motorbike. I feel hurt. I feel his presentation is very natural, and I want to learn speaking in English like him. Very natural, have a lot of meaningful vocabulary, and his knowledge about Vietnam is also professional. He also know about bún chả and the other specialty in Vietnam. So I recently, in conclusion, I want to have learned a skills to speak more natural in English is always speak. We don't need to focus on our mistake. If we have mistake, we will mm, fix it. And the best thing to improve our speaking skill is just speak. So he said that.
Describe a quiet place you like to spend time in.